I'm Angie Peffinger, and I'm a portfolio area leader for Cerner. We're a healthcare IT company. We have managed services. We do a lot of remote hosting for many of the hospitals, not just in the U.S., but across the globe. We have the same problems that all of y'all have inside your infrastructure. And as a portfolio area leader, I actually own all of our tech refresh and our tech currency. So I cause a lot of problems inside the data center with disparate space and constant upgrades. So I literally found Enlight and DCIM by Googling, well, like, we can't be the only company that has these problems, and DCIM kept coming up in the searches. Currently, we're projecting to defer 2 data center builds, which is huge for our company, for our shareholders. And we're doing that with Enlight, and it's been a great partnership. We started with the 10 data centers that are in the Kansas City area where our headquarters are. And then I'm certain we'll implement it globally once we get that all stood up and worked out. You know, we're a business like any other company out there, right? TCO is a huge initiative. Being able to manage our assets, know what assets we have out there, clean up our CMDB. I don't know how many of you have a clean CMDB that you can trust that has a golden record. But and I know you said not Enlight specific, but in all fairness, Enlight and DCIM, this project has taken us down an awesome path as a huge organization. We have product standards committees where we went through and updated the product catalog. We've been able to get all of our network assets into our CMDB for the first time. There's just a lot of things that float around in infrastructure and in the data center, right? We're out there standardizing whether, and defining what a deployed server means, or what a retired server means, and where they should be if they're tagged as such. So, I mean, just as an end-to-end cost and getting a company together as an organization and thinking along the same level and the same plane has been awesome.
Great.
It is very hard to justify the cost of the software, especially when you're talking more about cost avoidance than actual savings from day one. And you just have to be ingenious, right? You have to know what you want. So I took some 4x6 Kanban boards, and I took 2 of them and a bunch of sticky notes of all different colors and inventoried a data center manually and showed exactly how many open slots per rack there were. And then I took a vinyl overlay that I could flip over and show what DCIM would do for us with optimization. You don't have to show the hard dollars day one, but create that picture. And it's amazing what it will do. We have what's called our data lake. So out in Azure, we're sending all of our discovery tools data that they're discovering on our network to a centralized location in the cloud, and there are some analytics that Cerner's built around it so that we can figure out which tool has the most accurate data and information. And so what we were able to do, you guys have been a great partner. They built a custom tool specific for our Azure platform to be able to import that golden record. And then we're creating a triangle into the Atrium CMDB so that we can feed our CMDB real live information and keep that information up to date so that people can trust our CMDB in the end. My sales team got me hooked up with another client of Enlight, and he was able to help us find the best, easiest way to connect our facilities ALC system into the Neo software that you spoke a lot of. Before we purchase a server or an asset, we know that we have space and power in the data center. We know where it's going to go. My joke is that we have taken Christmas away from the asset management team. We now know what's supposed to show up on the dock. It's not just a surprise when the pallet shows up. They know exactly where to go, provide that with the provisioning team. The provisioning team will know where to put it in the data center. I track it from a tech currency and a tech hardware perspective all the way through its life cycle. I know when it's deployed. I know when it's retired. I know when I retire a platform, how much of a data center will be freed up for that, right? And I can also use the Nlight software to do what-if scenarios. So when I make power adjustments on a platform like our VMware platform, we know how it'll impact our data centers. And it's critical because we're bringing these servers in that are taking up so much more power than ever. And we need to be able to now figure out, what is the next level for our data center design, right? Instead of just a rack of network and a rack of or a row of servers and a row of storage, we're having to kind of divide it up. And we have the ability to do that. So, and that's how we're getting away from building more data centers, right? We know the right place to put the right assets when they come in, so.